Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm officially still on holiday, but I'd had so many messages from people over the last week when I was away that I felt a need to come back and share a quick video today. So people are experiencing just not feeling themselves, prone to sensitive outbursts, feeling a little bit sad, a little bit grief-stricken, just basically under the weather and feeling sad, like they need to let something go, like something is wrong and they're not sure why. And there is an energetic reason for that. So thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. If you're feeling a bit sad, if you're prone to some tearful outbursts, then this video is for you, because this is all about why the energy of the moment is encouraging you to face some patterns and behaviors and things in your life that you need to let go of. I want to explain how the energy of autumn is encouraging us to let go. I want to talk to you about how the energy of autumn is all about the Chinese element of metal, which on the upside is about respect, reverence, trust, creation, and inspiration. But on the downside, if you're out of balance and not aligned with the season, it's about grief, sadness, being stuck. So if you're feeling all of that kind of stuckness and sadness and overly sensitive, then your energy is out of balance. And also if you're experiencing issues either with the lungs, so you're getting a bit of a cough or a cold or even COVID or any of the flu type infections, or with the large intestine, so if you're feeling like you're constipated, or in fact the worst, the other side of that, so you've got diarrhea, that's all to do with your large intestine. And those two organs, the organs of your large intestine and your lungs, are the energy meridians of metal, the metal element associated with autumn. So when things go out of kilter and out of balance in the autumn, we suffer with those physical symptoms with our lungs and with our digestive system, and we suffer with grief and sadness. So if you feel like that, don't worry, it's not just you. Our human mind will tend to find reasons for it happening, but actually it's the energy that shifts first. Energy changes first, then your emotions, and then your physical body will also suffer. So if you're starting to feel emotional, pay attention now, because doing some of these really simple energy moves will allow your energy to start flowing again, get back into cohesion and back into balance, so that you're in a healthy place to respect what you need to let go of, to make wise decisions, to support your emotional well-being and your centeredness, your groundedness, and also to stop any physical manifestation. So let's work with your energy today. I'm Dr. Leonie Morris, and I'm an energy medicine practitioner and an energy psychologist. I can see energy and actually hear energy. I've been able to do that since I was a little kid. Often used to listen to my food to make sure it was the right energy for me. But let's not talk about that anymore. Let's get to the energy of autumn. The autumn energy is obviously, if you look out the window, all about change. If you look out the window right now, you'll see the leaves are starting to turn or they're starting to fall. Things are starting to either bear fruit and then sort of wither away, so that they're basically the nuts are falling, fruit is falling. It's anything that's old and not wanted now is nourishing the ground. And it's the same for us humans. It's a time for transformation, a time of soul alchemy. And it's a time of being mindful of what's going on around us, mindful of what serves us. Because so often in life, I'm originally a psychologist, a doctor of psychology for over 30 years. We learn that we have these patterns, but we also learn that most of our lives, we're on autopilot. Our subconscious is driving our behavior. We are so much into our comfort zone, so much into ritual. We're not really even paying attention to what we like, to what we love, to our passions, to what fills us up. And we just keep doing the same thing over and over again. So why in the modern day do we not pay attention to the seasons? Now, caveman, historic man, we used to be much more aligned to the seasons, and we would withdraw indoors, go to bed early. We didn't have electric lights. We aligned ourselves to the energy of the season. We'd let go of outdoor pursuits. We'd let go of long days, and we'd look after ourselves, hunker down and turn inside. And that's what the energy of autumn is asking you to do, to let go of the external, to let go of the unnecessary and focus on what's precious to you. And that's why I always relate the autumn energy is the energy of metal, the metal element of in Chinese medicine. And when your metal energy is balanced, we are holding on to those precious metals. We are holding on to what's precious, and we are letting go of things that take up space. So be mindful of what's going on around you. When you're in a calm place, you can choose wisely. So let's now do some energy medicine techniques. First of all, I just want you to ground. And we're all energy, and when we rub together our palms like this, we're just exciting the electromagnetic and subtle energies in our hands. It's a bit like using a magnet to draw iron filings. We're using our hands to get the energy flowing again, reignite the energy in our body, so the energy is flowing, energy is no longer stuck or stale, and it's moving back into balance and cohesion. So let's start. We're going to put our hands on the top of our thighs. So here we go, put them on the top of your thighs and just your feet flat to the floor. Even better if you're outdoors, but if you're indoors, it's absolutely fine. Imagine your feet are connecting to Mother Earth. I always imagine beautiful roots of light connecting right to the core of the earth. Sometimes shut your eyes to help that feeling, to help that imagination, and take a deep breath in, putting your hands here, imagining your hands are encouraging the energy to flow down through Mother Earth. Taking a deep breath in. As you breathe out, imagining that energy coming back from the earth, up through your body and out through the crown of your head. Imagining your feet opening up broad and wide as those roots of light are connecting with the earth, going to the earth's core, feeling your consciousness drop and lower as you feel connected to the subtle energies of earth, supporting you, energizing you, grounding you. Now we're going to carry on with some breathing. So we're connecting our energies. We're going to connect our energies to our breathing. We're going to put our hands actually like this. Imagine you've got a big circle that you're creating with your arms. And as you breathe in, expand that circle out. A bit like when trees... Actually, let me tell you this first. When trees are growing, they create the trunk of the tree, the bark of the tree is a harder part of the wood that protects the inner part, the soft part of the growing tree. That boundary of bark has to be shed and let go. It helped at the time. That beautiful protective layer was keeping the tree safe while it grew to a certain level. It helped. It was wonderful in the moment. But when the tree needs to expand and the rings of the tree get bigger, the trunk gets bigger, that old bark, those old patterns, those old behaviors need to be let go. So it sheds the bark so it can grow and expand. So imagine we are the trunk of the tree, and we're expanding, inviting trust, creation, and inspiration to shed those old patterns. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. Expand as wide as you can. And the more you do this, the more you'll feel your ability to expand and to grow. Breathing out. Now we're going to introduce a sound when we breathe out. So breathing in, as wide as you can, feeling yourself grow and expand with love and trust. And when we breathe out this time, we're going to make... And that is the sound that helps the lung meridian, connects us to the balance in the element of metal. So it's a bit like the hissing of a snake, and you can do that for as long as you need, and it's very relaxing, incredibly grounding, and you'll start to feel a lift as you breathe in and expand. And do that for 5 minutes, and you will feel such a liberation and a lifting, a lightening of the load, and you'll start to find calm in your mind as your consciousness is literally starting to drift back down to here, so you feel grounded and your wisdom is connected. So now I also want to do one more exercise. It's called the metal loop. It's connecting the meridians of your lungs, the yin element of the metal element, the yin meridian of the metal element, and your large intestine, the yang element. All of the elements in Chinese medicine have a yin and a yang. And when the yin and yang are in balance and flowing and connected, you are in balance. You won't feel that grief, you won't feel stuck, you won't feel sad. You will feel inspired and creative. You won't feel like you're coming down with the flu or getting a cough or a cold. You'll feel like oxygen, life-giving chi is filling your body, filling you with energy and lightness. You'll also just feel, more positive, more balanced, more grounded. So let's do that now. What we're going to be doing is tracing from here, the lung, which is from your shoulder, where the chest connects with your shoulder, down your arm and off the thumb, and then turning your hand so you're coming up the forefinger, following the line of your forefinger, up your neck and over to your nose, down from your nose, down your neck, down the inside of your arm, off the thumb, up the forefinger, up your neck and up to your nose, back down your neck, off the thumb, up the forefinger, following that line, up the neck and to your nose. And now we'll go the other side, keeping things in balance, from your shoulder onto your thumb, turning your hand from the index finger, following that line, up the neck and over to your nose, down your neck, inside of your arm, off the thumb, up the forefinger, up your arm, up the neck to your nose, back down, following the line to your thumb, and then the forefinger, up your arm, up your neck, and to your nose. I always end that with a crossing my hands across my heart space, feeling connected, feeling like I'm in balance again. And obviously you can do that when any time you need it. So tune into yourself. You can either do all of these exercises, the grounding, the breathing, and then of course the yin yang loop, the metal loop, where you're connecting the lung and your large intestine, and you will start to feel balanced. Do that every day. Do it when you feel like you need it, because they take literally seconds. So tune into yourself, feel which ones work for you. And even though you can't see energy, you are energy. We can measure them scientifically these days. We all know now that we have an aura now called a biosphere. We all have meridians, and you're using your breath, you're using your intention, and you're using your amazing electromagnetic hands to shift and flow and to get the energy going back where it should do. So I hope you've enjoyed that. When I come back from my holidays in one more week, I'll be sharing more on balance. So how to get back into balance as we continue into autumn, how to feel good, how to live from your heart, how to feel connected to your wisdom, to your higher self, and connected to other people, so that you're respectful of all living things and in flow flow and abundance. So join me for more when I come back from my holiday. If you like this, please share, please like. I'd love more people to see this and for more people to benefit. And please keep posting your questions, because the more I see your questions, the more I can make this channel work for you. Thanks so much for listening.